Hello everybody and welcome back to Pierce Gaming News. There is going to be a PS4 Slim announced at E3 2015 and also improvements are expected. Well, Sony seems to be swinging for the fences as recent rumors claim that we will be seeing a PS4 Slim version at next year's E3 convention. PS4 Slim will allegedly feature improved hardware and refined looks to further expand its player base and offer players a better gaming experience. The console is expected to provide a more compact and coordinated design that will met existing hardware issues, a new solid-state drive to replace the standard hard drive. The latest speculations are that Sony is considering removing the current Blu-ray drive for the PS4 Slim version, as most players prefer just to store their games right from the store, so digital download games. The most plausible scenario for this is that the PS4 Slim will be announced at E3 2015 and will hit the mainstream market as early as 2016. Alright, well, I would be happy that they are going to be releasing a Slim model. These are just rumors, remember. But honestly, the PS4 is pretty slim enough. I'm not sure how they're going to make it any smaller and compact than it already is. I don't think the hardware improvement will be much at all besides the solid state drive that is expected. I mean, they cannot just make a new console and say, oh, screw you, the other people that bought our other console. The solid state drive I have an issue with because you're pulling data off of that drive and that can really take a toll on the solid state over time. I mean, it takes a while. It depends what solid state it is. And it depends how much you're actually going to be using it, but I think when you're playing a game, you're always pulling data off of it, so it can't be too good to keep doing that. But them taking out the whole Blu-ray player, I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, most of the fan base likes digital download games, but you are totally leaving the rest behind and force them to go digital if they want to buy your system. A new Xbox One update to integrate TV and Twitter. Microsoft is trying to help Xbox One owners discover new TV shows and more courtesy of the upcoming November update. A new tab will appear in the Xbox One guide that shows you the top 20 most watched TV shows with the list designed to display only those shows available to you. You can also see what shows are popular in the Twitter sphere by catching which ones people are talking about on Twitter. The tab will show you what your fellow Xbox One owners are watching as well. You'll also be able to tweak your Xbox One background, dubbed the #1 fan requested feature by Hybrid. This enhancement allows you to choose your own color or achievement art for your background. There will be more customization features in the future. I think Microsoft is trying to get everything they possibly can to try to get a PC experience all in just one console, which is not a bad thing, I guess, because there are a lot of people out there that own an Xbox One and don't have a nice gaming PC, so this update is just going to bring that a little bit closer. I mean, it's still far off, but it's going to be a lot closer. The last piece of news here is PS4's Update 2.0's Share Play and Music Player have limitations. Well, Sony is really having problems lately. PSN went down and now this. Who knows what's ahead for Sony in the future? Sony Japan and Asia have shared some more new details of the upcoming PS4 Update 2.0 that highlight some limitations. First thing you need to know is that the USB music player in the PS4 Update 2.0 is that you cannot copy music files from USB to the internal hard drive to the PS4. This is unlike the PS3 where you can just store MP3 files on the hard drive. You can also not use the USB player at the same time as the Music Unlimited app, which is pretty obvious. Tracks that you play using the USB music player are not heard during live streams and videos that your PS4 records either. SharePlay app. It has some limitations on this too, but it sounds cool. If you are in a party with 8 people, SharePlay can only be used by one other person at one time. And there also will only be a certain amount of games that will have some scenes that won't allow you to have SharePlay at the time. Oh dear lord, I don't even know where to start with this one. Some of the news I knew already, but some of it was just left out completely. I kind of expected that you cannot store music onto the hard drive because, I mean, it's Sony. What are they going to do? Make a new folder? I mean, that can't even be that hard if they just want to make a folder. They just don't want to because they want you to buy their app, but they're doing this because people wanted it. I already know that for a fact. I'm glad we can play music off the flash drive, but it's not going to really work out too well. It's just going to get really annoying after a while, because you have to unplug your flash drive, put it in the computer, put some music on it, put it back. If you want new music, you got to do the same thing. It's just going to get annoying. Question: who would want to use the Music Unlimited app while listening to music off the flash drives? Anyways, from what I've heard, the Music Unlimited app doesn't seem to work too well. I'm not sure if Sony fixed this yet, but I don't even think they have that big of a selection of music, to be honest with you. And I mean, the price is just way too much a month for just streaming music, which I can do on like Spotify for free. Onto the SharePlay feature, it's pretty understandable that it is only with one person because I'm not sure how many games there are with 8 people playing at one time on the same game. Also, the session can be started up again as soon as the 60-minute time is up, so you don't have to, there's not like a limit, like you have to wait a half hour before you can do it. You can just do it right away. All in all, it's really not the news we all wanted to hear, but Sony let a lot of people down with not being able to store music right to the internal hard drive. I hope there's no more bad news from this as it nears its release, because that will just be a huge downer to everybody that was expecting this update that's supposed to revolutionize the PlayStation and make it its own. Well, that's all the news I got for you guys today. Make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.